Nutrition? Can I steal it?
Yep.
Good morning.
Good morning, Chef.
Good morning, how you doing?
Good.
You ready to eat?
Avocado toast.
Avocado toast.
Oh, now I can't buy a house.
What's up, guys? Bike Sensei here. And we are at Unbound Gravel 2022. So here we are at the 2022 Unbound Gravel. As you can see, there's a lot of people out here. And one question I get a lot is how I was kind of feeling leading into it. And to be completely honest, I had no pressure whatsoever. It was just more about going out there, having fun, and just getting the job done. The start of the race was definitely pretty intense though. There's a lot of going on, a lot of yelling and such. Met a lot of cool people. Oh look, it's me. So somehow I managed to be around a bunch of Mooks people. That was pretty cool. It was a neutral start at the beginning. Everybody just kind of staying together, slow roll into the first section of gravel. So here we are turning into the first section of gravel. Yeah, the cool thing is there was just so many different bikes out there. You got mountain bikes, you got titanium gravel bikes, carbon gravel bikes, and there's definitely some single speeders out there somewhere. So this is about like 4 miles, not even into the race, and everybody's yelling, water, water, water. And I remember that pre-riding this section, it was definitely, there's some water. But I was thinking that, oh, okay, probably flooded over a lot. So everybody's slamming on the brakes, slowing down. And yeah, that's the water that everybody was yelling about. Not a big deal. Everything starts ramping back up, so we keep on moving. At this point, I'm still feeling really good, just trying to figure out positioning, just surfing some wheels and trying to find the right group and hopefully be able to ride with them for a majority of the race here. So looking ahead, you could see all those clouds there. The rain was coming. It didn't rain yet, which I would say was a good thing for my headspace. Because, I didn't want to start in the rain. If I had to, I would have. But I'd rather start dry and just get wet down the road, which definitely happened. So this section here, you can see that there's like a little creek crossing. We got a GearLink guy, local guy to the top left there. That was pretty cool. Fortunately, I had to walk through it, and that water was extremely cold. We got across safely, though. I tried to do some cool cyclocross mount on. Didn't work well, but I got back on the saddle, so. And we keep moving. There's a mountain bike guy. He obviously rode through it because he was a mountain biker. We got the fat bike guy. That dude there he was cranking it. Starting to get a little muddy, not too bad though, moving along. Everyone was kind of bunched in on this center line here, so I decided to get on to the right side, be able to move up a little bit. So the pace in certain sections definitely ramped up to almost like 22, 23 miles an hour. Just moving along. The rollers are definitely here, and the big chunks of flint rock are certainly starting to show up. And at this point of the race, I was still feeling really, really good. Kind of just staying in my own pace, doing about like high zone 2, low zone 3 kind of deal. With some of the hills being so steep though, you definitely start spiking your power up to 4 easily. Boom, trying to just hold as much speed on the downhills to get on the uphill. Oop, you saw that grate? Those little grates there, those were sketchy. There's probably like a half a foot distance between each pole. If you were to turn your handlebars a slight bit, you were gonna go down for sure. It was about like top 100 and then, yeah, part of Unbound. Now we just fix it and keep rolling. But some of the views out here, guys, were just absolutely amazing. As you can see there, Lawrence Ten Dam and a buddy were actually off to the side. He was actually one of the favorites to win. Alright, moving again. Happy thoughts. Jeez. Unbound is trying to break me. But we're staying positive. Keep going. Okay. So been riding a flat for like 30 miles. But we're still making time, so yeah. So the flats have happened, trying to stay happy with everything. The views were definitely helping keep my my motivation high. Had a little bit of a spill, nothing too bad there. Just had somebody kind of push me into a rut, so couldn't go anywhere there. So
Okay, apparently Thang's taking a spill, so we're prepping. Got some stuff ready. Set of wheels. He's had a few flats. We're gonna see if we can maybe take care of him, maybe get a new sock on him or something. I guess he's got a pretty bad gash on his leg. So we're waiting on him.
it was such a relief rolling into the first checkpoint, seeing everybody there, knowing that John and everybody was gonna make sure my bike is all good, ready to go. At this point, my morale was still high. I was feeling still really, really good. Fatigue hasn't really settled in or anything. But yeah, just ready to get back on the road with a new tire and keep it rolling. The guys at the pit area did an amazing job. Even though I was there to just finish, they were so smooth in getting me out of there that a lot of the people to the right here actually passed me because of my puncture. And as you can see, I am out of the checkpoint before they are.
Yep, thank you.
Go, Thang, go. Yep.
Keep it up, buddy. Yep. You can still beat the sun. I love you, buddy. Yep. Go get it.
So from what I remember, with the different tire, I ended up going with, well, we had a Gravel King, which I probably should have started off with. But we put a Gravel King on it. I think it may have been a little bit more narrow, but it didn't feel too different. Long story short, I had no more issues with the front tire after I put the Gravel King on that, which was a blessing there. So when we get back onto the gravel here, I actually stop at one point because my heart rate strap was coming undone. So had to get that back on there. But we're moving along, still staying in about zone 2. The heart rate was still very low. So got a new tire on. Still smiling. Yeah, look at this shit though. See that? Like I'm in some freaking Disney movie or something. One thing I will say, guys, if you are gonna draft people that you don't know, just tell them. Ask them if it's cool if you do, because nobody likes to be in the middle of nowhere and have some random guy just sucking their wheel for however long. Gonna be a long day, boys. Freaking Unbound, dude. I'm so pissed. Another sidewall slash on there. Really don't want to wide 50 miles to the next check. My fucking luck. Of course, the tube I bring, the valve fucking breaks. And more bad luck. The back tire has gotten a slash on it. At this point, I was actually pretty upset. I gave Taylor a call to see if he could come pick me up. And I was at mile 102. He did give me some words of encouragement, but I was so upset that I actually hung up the phone on him. At this point, I have to ride 50 miles with the rear flat. So we're rolling along. I get about 20 miles in and I see some fellow riders on the side of the road. And I actually asked them for a tube and they were gracious enough to give me a tube, which was awesome. After my Tubolito failed, I was so upset. That was actually the only tube that I carried, not thinking that I would actually even have to use it. So the muddy section was just absolutely horrible. Luckily, they gave us a paint stick, which now I know why they give us a paint stick. We don't really need it in Florida, but in Emporia, you definitely will. I could not roll the bike on the ground whatsoever without it just getting gunked up and seizing. So you would have to use the paint stick to kind of get it out of the fork or carry the bike on your back. I hate to do this, but I feel like shit. I really don't even want to look at a bike right now. Unbound, you did it.
Hey dude, I saw your post. Head up. It's all good. With events like this, luck is such a huge part of it, and sometimes it's just not on your side. Sometimes it's just hammers you, like it just rains bad luck. Just don't get too down on yourself and just keep pushing. Next year, I think it's the same course. So like, regroup, come back and crush it, man.
Fair enough, but if I didn't get a puncture or had to deal with anything, I really do feel like I would have hit at least 14 hours. After dealing with the whole course, 13 was definitely, I don't think was possible, but by the first checkpoint, even with like 10 PSI in my front tire, I was averaging 0.8 miles an hour. Yeah, man, I was like the whole time, even when I got the puncture, I was like, okay, whatever, I'm not gonna get my best time. And I just kept telling myself, okay, just
spider, and I actually jumped in the middle of the mud, and this old guy looks at me, and he's like, why were you jumping? I was like, I saw a spider.
Sure you did.
We don't have that on video, but it did happen, and it was a big spider.
Yeah.
The Flint Hills of Kansas were beautiful yet brutal. That was probably the hardest thing I've ever done on a bicycle. And would I do it again? If I can get in, hell yes I would.